All intro. My name is Walker. This is Evan. This is Andrew. We are Trekyeah. And this is weekly Trek-In number 11.
And it's a late one.
Yeah, we're a little bit late. Got caught up in some stuff this week, so sorry. I know you guys have been sitting on the edges of your seats all week long waiting for this, but here we are.
These are called pillows. Sponsored.
Those are pretty good. So to start off, we went into Saigon over the weekend for Saturday and Sunday night. We went. We were gonna go hit some bars with our Airbnb host Dominique, as well as go to. We had a TEFL reunion. It was a birthday party for one of the people we had with our course. So we went on Saturday. It ended up raining too much, so Dom couldn't meet us, but we did have a lot of fun.
It was these two. I stayed back.
Yeah. Andy, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, Saturday we went and we met up with some friends in District 1. We went to these weird bars. Like, at the beginning, we're like, oh, this is, like, kind of cool. There's tons of girls here. And then we looked around and we realized it's, like, a bunch of old dudes and, like, a bunch of, like, really cute girls.
Sounds like a good time.
It was weird. And basically, I guess the gist of these bars is that the girls are, like, paid to, like, keep, like, flirt with the guys and keep them there to keep buying drinks. It was weird.
Yeah, and it was like a whole street of this. Like, it was just an area that was designated to these, like, girl bars.
We couldn't get away from them.
No, it was really interesting because, you know, we would get there and, like, two girls would come up and, like, talk to us, and when they figured out that we were really just, like, having a beer at a bar, they were kind of annoyed. But we learned while we were there at these bars and these girls were flirting with us, we learned again that we're just so bad at understanding Vietnamese people who are trying to speak English. I'm awful at accents.
I'm pretty good. That's one thing, like, in college, I studied Mandarin, and I learned Mandarin pretty well. But what I really learned well was, like, understanding the Chinese TAs when they tried to speak English.
Yeah.
It was like, everybody's like, man, I got this new, like, sociology TA. I can't understand a word they're saying. It's like, I never have that problem. I can understand all of them.
What was interesting was they, like, when we were telling them that, yeah, we came into the city. Right now we're staying out in
Duc Hoa.
Duc Hoa.
It was funny because we said, like, it's spelled DUC space HOA, and we're like, Duc Hoa.
No matter how many times we said it, no matter how many variants, no one knew what we were talking about.
So we had to wait to, like, get, like, a receipt and then write out, and they were like, and then be like, Duc Hoa. We're like, what? So I think we're getting
that
better.
happened. That still
happens.
Yeah,
we still can't get it. Even after that night, we still don't know how to say it.
No. Yeah, I think you're. There's one story I want you to touch on from that bar, the bar scene with the girls and the old men.
I will get there.
Okay.
But before that, when we were at the first one, this, like, one of these girls was trying to talk to us, and we were just having a terrible time understanding her. And then so, like, me and Evan have a beer, and we're like, all right, let's, like, head to another bar. And so we, like, Evan's, like, trying to get our tab, and the girl goes, you come by motorbike? And he goes, yeah, we're heading out. And I was like, no, she said, did you come by motorbike, not, are you going, like, bye-bye? He said, like, her, like, bye-bike? Yeah. Bye-bye? And he was like, yeah, we're leaving.
Just, like, cut her off. Like, she's trying to have a conversation. I'm like, yep, bye.
It was funny.
And then another time, so we were telling this girl about, like, how we live out here, like, away from the city, and she's like, oh, like, and by the way, everyone, all the Vietnamese girls we talked to in the city were like, oh, you're that far away, like, that's so far away. And so then one of the girls we were talking to, this girl was more of a server than a flirter, but she was like, oh, they eat grass out there, like oh, it's out in the country, like, they eat grass out there. And we're like,
really?
You know, I did have a spring roll with some grass in it.
There was, like, grass in it. We're like, oh, wow, it must just have been grass. And then after a little more communication, we realized she was saying mice. We were eating mice.
Grass or mice, like.
And we're like, oh. Yep. Okay.
So we were saying like, yo, we had
Look,
some.
maybe we should go to another bar.
We're like, yeah, we had some grass in a spring roll, you know. And so she's just thinking we had these spring rolls with mice in them, you know. Anyway,
I
so
would try.
that was pretty funny. But one of the more disgusting things that we saw, because like I said, you know, it's old guys who don't get attention from young girls at these bars, and I'm sitting here drinking a beer, and this place actually has Inglourious Basterds on the TV above the bar, so I was way into it. But I'm up there and I'm watching this movie, and I'm also like, there's a mirror against the bar wall, and I'm looking at the mirror, and then I see this old dude to my right, like I'm seeing him through the mirror, and I witness the there's two girls that go down on him sort of, and he's got his shirt unbuttoned, and these two girls are just going to town on his nipples, man. And this guy's got to be like 60 years old, you know.
Gross.
Just really gross stuff.
I'm so glad I didn't see it.
That sounds great.
So yeah, that was that night. We also went to Chuck's Burgers. It's a really good burger joint.
So
And-
good.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, and
It was like really good.
yeah, it was really good.
It's like I could eat that in America and be like,
Like
yeah.
compare it to Hardee's.
It's
What?
not Hardee's,
Okay.
but it's still really good.
It's really good, yeah. So, we did that, and
And then so the next day we had the birthday thing, and so we went and we met up with like a ton of people that we hadn't seen in quite a long time. They were very curious to hear how the country was. And it was a lot of fun. We ate some pretty bad food, really.
it was whatever. Yeah.
It was bad.
Yours
I got
was
chicken
bad.
wings, but it was like, I don't know what I would call it. Chicken bones, maybe
Yeah.
is more what along the lines.
The beer was cheap though.
Breaded chicken bones.
Yeah.
We went to a nice wine bar before that called Bricks though. That was nice. It was a little bit expensive. You only go there during happy hour, I guess.
Was it BRIX?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
And we met up with.
I'm getting deja vu. There's a Bricks somewhere in Iowa.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
We met
Iowa
up with
City.
Sean Shooter, the guy who we did our first Going Deep with, and he was telling us about how his work is going, and he is you take this. 'Cause I'm
Oh
not-
yeah, so he what he wanted to do from the start of like he's international businessman, and what he wanted to do from the start was do English teaching to like business executives and like higher ups, and he wanted to get paid to do that. And he fell into this role. I should say fell into it, but he applied for this role that he saw that was posted on a Facebook group, and it was about tutoring a high level exec. And so he's tutoring, I think like the head of Unilever Vietnam,
Which is really cool.
which is
Yeah,
a
that's
really
pretty
big
crazy.
company. So he's like English tutoring him for like $40 an hour. I don't know, good gig. But
Yeah.
but he's got the resume to support it though, and they wanted to see that you had a lot of international business experience. So he fits the role really well, and that's why he got the job. So yeah, he's doing that, and that was really cool for him. We can't wait to hear what that experience is like for him.
Quick side note: I've been teaching online. It's been great. I've like a steady class, repeating kids, named Ewan and McQueen, and they're doing great.
McQueen.
McQueen, yeah,
Guess where he got that name from?
probably
The
Cars.
Great Escape.
The Great Escape. The Rock.
Steve McQueen.
With
He had-
Sean Connery.
He had a
and Nick
drum
Cage.
set behind him in the last lesson, so I want to see if I can get him. Like, we have a lot of fun. It's just a goofy. And I want to see if I can get him to play the drums. That'd be cool.
I bet you could.
He's wild. He's got
That'd be
so
good
much
for his
energy.
English.
Yeah, I would. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and.
Yeah.
So Evan drove in the city. How was that?
Yeah, it was the first time I drove in the city. I mean, I've had a lot of time to like learn out here where it's a little bit less packed with bikes. So it was fine. Traffic jams were annoying, I guess.
Yeah, dude, those suck.
When I got back from Ho Chi Minh, I had a lot less fun driving. Like it's kind of worn off for me, and it's
Yeah.
more of a task now. It's still kind of fun, like going here and there, but it loses novelty pretty quickly.
I still have a
And
blast.
I don't know. It turns into just a commute for me.
Yeah, that's just you, I think.
And it's more. I don't know if it's just me, man.
I love it still.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
But yeah, traffic jams are awful. You get in these traffic jams where you're just crawling, and there's so many bikes, and you spend, you have, your world consists of the 3 feet in front of you where you're just trying to get your tire in front of the guy in front of you, and like, you're just revving it and crabbing on the brake and just trying to sneak ahead just a little bit, and like, cut through this lane of cars to see if there's a thin slice that you can move up a bunch. And
I'm not quite like that. I'm just more patient. I just let it go. But like there are people that go to the left, to the right on the sidewalk.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out of that traffic jam as quick as possible.
Yeah, I don't really care. So, and then the next day we left, and we were having a hard time leaving the city because none of us have data or anything. We didn't know like, where we were going. My phone is notoriously really bad about its battery, so it dies very quickly.
At
So
like
like
50%, it dies.
it dies at 50%, and it'll die within an hour of use. So we're like, okay, we got to stop. And mine is the only phone with data, so we got to stop at a coffee shop to charge it.
And so we stop at Lotteria, like a fast food place.
Yeah.
And we get, we're like charging it and we get food. And there's like, we're hungover. I'm hungover. And like, there's kids, man. It's just like a floor of kids, these little kids. Like,
It's
where are your
brutal.
parents? Who's supervising? They're just screaming, just running around yelling, absolutely screaming. It was something else, man. It was something else. But I got the food and it was actually pretty bad, so that was cool.
Yeah, great.
No, we got her charged up though, and we got out of there. I did get an ice cream on the way out though, and it was so hot. It was a terrible idea. It was like sliding down my arm, spraying on the people behind me. I'm sure.
Gross.
I thought it would be such a cute idea.
Yeah. There's an adorable. We've when we lived together in Iowa City, we would just go get cones of vanilla ice cream from McDonald's and just.
That's what it was.
It was
man.
very adorable.
Yeah.
And so I guess not as adorable in this
Oh, it
climate.
was so messy.
So then after that, after he melted his ice cream all over, we drove back to the city, or back to here, and then so Monday night we had a really nice dinner with Dominique, Tui, and
It's
Brent,
fantastic.
the guy we mentioned. Maybe it was 2 trek-ins ago. That he's like the head of the industrial park in the area. He's from California.
San Diego, yeah. It was a great dinner. It was like nice French wine, bread, cheese.
Delicious prosciutto.
Yeah, it was so
Yeah.
good.
We had some
Juicy
Ooh.
onions,
Tomatoes.
tomatoes, yeah. We had really good like sausage and mustard and it was.
Yeah, it was like French
really
sausage,
good.
French mustard, like everything was just really.
There's a
really
guest
dope.
here from India they got some Indian food from the city, and that was super good. Some really good rice.
Mm-hmm.
And like
And
this kind of.
he like cracked open some really nice scotch we had.
Yeah.
It
Oh
was
yeah,
so
Shavas.
nice.
Shavas, 12 years. Very good.
Yeah. And Brent brought over some, what he was calling like the next big fruit. It's like the best fruit in the world.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
it's called mangosteen.
From
It's
a guy
like
who hates fruits, it was pretty good.
Yeah, so mangosteen, you can Google that. It's got it's like mango and then STEEN, like the Jewish name for mango, like if a Jewish last name for mangosteen. And yeah, so like you peel, it's like got a hide on it, and you peel it, and there's little like it looks like a clove of garlic, and you bite into it. It's really good. There's a pit. I'm kind of distracted because there's the cutest dog in the world right here, just looking at me.
You should go grab him.
Yeah, I'll go
grab
snag him.
Julie. But, so that fruit was good. He says like so here it's super cheap, and they're just starting to bring it to the U.S., but it's fairly expensive. We're about to get a cute dog feature on the camera here. She is the cutest little sweetheart
I love that
you
guy.
ever did see.
We just got this little dog at the.
And her name is
spot.
like Julian. It's like means like cute or something in French.
Julie.
Julie. Yeah, she's adorable. She is really a sweetheart. She loves to get her belly scratched.
Look how cute he is.
It's a she, man.
I love that guy.
Just trying to get the pillows.
Okay. Okay,
See ya,
Julie.
Julie.
Thanks for saying hi to us,
I
sweetheart.
can't.
bud.
You're telling me I have to give her up.
Oh. Well, yeah, she probably doesn't want to just like sit there forever,
She
you know.
loves it, dude. Look at her.
How's the shot, Dom? Good shot. That's good.
Perfect.
Come, no one's seen who you are yet, Dom. Come,
Yeah.
come say hi to everybody. We just come stand right here.
Just real quick.
So this is
This is
Dom.
our awesome
is Dom.
Airbnb host.
He's famous by now because we've talked about him so much.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. So yeah, so there's that. What's next here? We got
Power outages during our dinner. Yeah, we had a A power outage. So we had one.
So we had a candlelit dinner.
Yeah, it was
really.
candlelit.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
very romantic.
It added to it. Yeah, there's been, like that weekend there was a power outage when these guys were in Saigon. The power went out for, some hours. And then on Monday went out again. I guess they schedule power outages and it's cool, but it's not really my thing. Yeah.
So this week we started work with our first client for
the marketing business.
Yeah, and so I guess to give a really quick intro on that, we won't talk too much about it, but for those of you who don't know, so we came out here, we're teaching English online, and we're trying to start a business in the meantime.
We are starting a business.
We are,
yes.
because you can work fewer hours and still cover your living costs, and that's kind of the idea, is being able to support yourself while spending time building a business. And so that business is called Optamazing. It's all about marketing, search engine optimization, and just kind of like the digital world. Marketing agency, yeah.
Yep.
So
we got our first client. We started work on that. It's going well. We're excited about it.
Oh, and also the dog that they got. I forgot to bring it up, but that dog was completely random. The other day I was talking like, God, the only place that would make this place better is a dog, and then like
The only thing.
five days later, dog shows up, and I just melt.
Yeah.
And she's a sweetheart. I haven't heard her bark yet.
She's a good dog.
Yeah.
She rolls over like for fun.
Yeah, he'll
Which
just
is
come up to
something
you and
that-
just roll over. It's awesome.
It's something that I've always wanted my dogs to do. Is like, man, it'd be cool if they could just roll over. And this dog will just roll over.
And we got cupping massages. That whole story is kind of fun.
Yeah. Let's see
Yeah.
if you can see it on my back.
It's pretty old now. I mean, that's over a week
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, they were pretty intense.
They were very intense. We'll show a couple pictures maybe.
Yeah.
It was really funny. So we're here, and Dom was like, well, you guys want to go get massages? And we're like, what kind of massages? Like, we would like real massages, please. And so he's like, oh, you've heard of massage like the hot stones? Hot
yeah.
stones.
And he told the woman, the whole time he thought we were getting hot stone massages, and he's like communicating to him. He's like, hot stones, yes, stones, and he's like showing on the back, and they thought that he meant cupping. So they come in, and we're like the three of us in these stalls, like Evan,
Like a
me,
bathroom stall,
Andy.
sort of.
We're just talking to each other the whole time, laughing. And Andy, his woman brings in first the basket with all these cups. He's like, oh, she's bringing in the cups, dude. Oh, she's lighting something on fire.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they like light a torch. They like light a little torch and they put it in the cup to like create
heat.
suction.
They twist her on your skin, tighten her up.
Get some big old hickeys on your back.
Fat
But it felt
hickeys.
cool. It was dope.
It was just really like your skin, just like all your. It must look disgusting. Like all your skin
Yeah.
gets sucked into those cups. Sure, it looks absolutely horrific, but it felt okay.
Yeah, it felt good.
I will not say it felt good. Definitely not. So that was interesting. I'm trying to.
What would you say it felt like?
Like painful? I don't know. It just was pain.
wasn't
It was just stretching
maybe
my skin.
discomfort, right?
Whatever.
Did it hurt?
It stung a lot. I would call that pain.
Okay.
Discomfort, pain, like aren't they the same things? Just different levels of pain.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm better at pain than I know I'm better with pain than Andy, because his welts I was jabbing him and he was getting really hurt, and mine I couldn't really feel much.
Walker's got a pretty high pain tolerance.
It's because I smoke a cigarette.
Oh, okay. We released another Going Deep, if you didn't notice, if you haven't watched it. Now it's with Jacques, Alant from South Africa.
Really
His-
interesting, his life growing up in South Africa, like
Johannesburg.
yeah,
One of his
Johannesburg.
stories where he's walking somewhere and he's got like his earphones in, and it's like a route he walks every day or something, and this guy comes up and like pulls a gun on him or a knife
It
or
was
something.
a gun. It was a gun.
And he's like, "Give me your
Or a
phone."
knife.
You know, the guy thinks he has like an iPhone or something, and Jacques just has an MP3 player, so he's like, "Okay," pulls it out, unplugs it. He's like, "Here," and it's like some shitty MP3 player, and the guy who's like holding him up just like looks at it and he's like, and he just leaves. He just doesn't even want it. It's like such a piece of shit MP3 player. I love that story. He's got a bunch of really good ones.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like it's a pretty dangerous place if you're in the wrong place, and so he has a lot of stories like that of, getting held up, getting some scary stuff. But
It's just higher crime rates. You can deal with those. That was interesting.
Dude, higher crime
rates. Just higher crime rates, and there's obviously ways to deal with
Evan's
that.
country coming
But he
out.
talks about it.
yeah, you can measure those crime rates if you wash your hands before you use the toilet. Oh yeah, next one.
You need your shirt up. Well, I mean, the other three were the ones you put down. So.
Oh yeah. There's banana ice cream here. It's cool. They put bananas in frozen pouches and they pour coconut milk in it. It's pretty good.
It's actually really good. Except for they attract ants like none other.
There's a lot of
I
ants
made the
out
mistake
here.
of like setting mine on my table.
Yeah.
And it was just a swarm, an absolute swarm of ants. I actually got the telephone to try and call them to see if we could get a hold of a taxi, and they were just all over the phone too. It was a mess, man.
Dang.
So that's why I put it in your pillow bag.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy that we saw him our first night here when we went to this restaurant. The restaurant where there were so many people surrounding us that I accidentally ordered my food from this woman selling lottery tickets, this homeless beggar. And there was a dude that was there that was he was getting us ice and we're putting ice in our beer.
And grunting a lot.
Yeah, ice and beer is a thing they do here everywhere. Is a beer cup, a beer mug, put a big old chunk of ice in it, and then put the beer in it. It's actually it sounds nasty, but it's okay. But this guy, we've seen him a couple times now.
You think
since
he works
then.
there?
I don't know.
I think he might.
I think he does.
I saw him there again driving by.
Yeah.
I think he works there, and we just saw him randomly.
And so we see him
I think he
randomly
does.
on the street, and yesterday we saw him as we were going to a different restaurant. And I said, "Hey, what's up? What's up?" And you okay? Yep, I'm here. And he comes into the restaurant with us. He stands there. He's we order. And he's repeats the order to the women.
We've been to this restaurant 15 times.
Not even the one he works at.
Yeah.
He
He
just,
just
okay.
hops in anyways. He's helping us out.
Job well done, and takes off. It's pretty sweet of him.
Thanks. See ya.
It mostly just grunts.
Yeah, still pretty sweet of him. Yeah, and that's our week. So thanks for tuning in. Evan, do you want to say something funny?
We're doing great. We're really doing great.
Hey, Mike's
Hurts.
super short
Show.
show.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, Dom.
Cheers, Dom.